Balakrishnan, the former CFO of Infosys, is now in an exclusive conversation with us. Hi, Mr. Bala. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, what do you make of the salvo that N.R. Narayana Murthy has made, citing the fall of corporate governance as a former board member yourself?
No, I think if you look at dispassionately the issues, it is not an issue between Vishal Sikka and founders. Founders never interfered in the business, vision or strategy of the company. The founders have raised certain issues related to governance. So it is more an issue between the board and the founders, where the founders clearly believe that whatever concerns on governance and disclosures they raise, the board has not effectively addressed that. So I think the core issue is that.
Just wanted to understand from you, sir, what is now the way forward? Now that the battle is out in the open, it's become fairly public, do you think that the founders will now perhaps take legal steps in order to overhaul the board?
No, it is very sad things have come to this stage. I hope that good sense prevails with the board. This is not ordinary shareholders. These are founders who built this company, brought this company to this level. They are still a major shareholder of the company. They still hold 13% of the company. Any board which has got some sense will effectively engage with the large shareholder, address those concerns. Look at what happened in Cognizant. When a large shareholder writes a letter, the board engages with them, address all the concerns. If need change, they change and move on. I think that is what Infosys board should do. Appointing a legal firm to negotiate between founders and board is a bad idea. I think that it shows a trust deficit. It shows that communication channels are broken down. I think that board should do certain things. One, the chairman should step down because he lost confidence, and I think they should have an interim chairman. The board should directly engage with the founders, address all the concerns, if required reconstitute the board and move on. I think having a public spat like this is not going to help anybody. It is going to destroy shareholders' value. It is going to impact morale of the employees and is not in the good interest of anybody.
But this is going to cause a huge disruption at a time when business environment is already tough, and with what's happening in the US, don't you think?
No, I think all these issues have been raised for some time, and it has not seen any effective conclusion. That is why it has come to this stage. That is why I think that a lot more maturity is needed on the side of the board to dispassionately look at this issue without egos and talk to the founders and address these issues, because this is not the right time for the company to get distracted with all these issues.
Now, issues have also been reported in bits and pieces really over the last year. What has happened to lead to a level where there's so much escalation now?
No, I think they had been discussing for a long time. I think the board has not addressed any of it effectively, and naturally there is a breakdown in communication, and that is why it has come to this stage. And that is why I believe that there should be much more maturity at the board level to handle this kind of issues.
So, Mr. Bala, do you see the founders making a comeback at the board level?
No, I don't think founders want to come back. If they want to come back, they would not have left in the first place. I mean, this is a shining example in Indian corporate history where founders en masse went out and gave the control of the company which they built over the last 30 years with such a value creation in this country in the hands of a professional CEO. There is no need for them to do it. They did it to set example in the corporate history. So I don't think the founders want to get back. Founders want power. These are all trivial things people raise to distract the issues. Founders are very clear. They raise certain corporate governance issues. They believe the company has been built on certain values, principles, and they don't want it to be compromised.
So what impact do you think this will have on Vishal Sikka? You say it's not directed at him, but all the issues that have happened so far in his term have happened when he has been CEO. Do you think that this now could even put his job in question?
No, I don't think so. If you look at what Vishal said publicly in the last few quarters, at least I remember, he said all these are board issues, board has to handle, and he is focused on the business. I hope that is true. I think the board, it is the board responsibility to address these governance issues and make sure that Vishal succeeds.
Okay, and Mr. Bala, where do we go from here? What can we expect from both sides over the next few days?
See, founders are not unreasonable people. They want the company to succeed. It is their own child. They groomed the company. They started it from scratch. The company is what it is because of them. I think the board has to take the first step. I think there is a trust deficit. That's why I think the chairman should step down, get an interim chairman, effectively communicate with the founders, address all the issues and move on. The public spat is not going to help anybody.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.